Hey, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well tonight. Gonna give another minute or two. I really didn't give much of a warning that I was gonna be online, but I thought I would go ahead and start the live stream. There may be a time or two that I will just leave radar up as we go through the night. Last night we were live streamed for about 5.5 hours as storms affected west central Missouri, at least in some counties. Johnson, Pettis County, Bates County really got hammered last night with severe storms, as well as the northern half of Benton County also had some large hail around 11:30 last night. So we had a long live stream last night, and it looks like I will likely have yet another one tonight. Now, I do want to let you guys know that that most of West Central Missouri is not under any kind of warning or watch right now. So we do have Cass, Pettis, and Johnson County included under a tornado watch for the next few hours. The rest from that point south, we are not right now. Let me kind of, I'm really kind of focusing on this monster supercell just west of Kansas City. It's still on the Kansas side, but it is showing signs of rotation. And as we get closer to that 8, 9 o'clock hour, that's when these storms are really going to start to ramp up and be able to rotate, because we have a warm front, the red line you see going across here, and we're going to have a low level jet that is going to be pushing up from the south. So from about now until about right now is when these storms are really going to start rotating and the tornado threat really begins to increase. I'm not expecting much of the way of supercells for most of us here in West Central Missouri. I will, this is what is going to happen. For those of you, I know I'm jumping around just a little bit, but this has really got my attention. Those of you that might have friends in Overland Park, Shawnee, Kansas City, Kansas, really be paying attention to this cell. It now has a what's called a TVS marker, meaning that it is a mesocyclone on a level of 4 to 15 or so. So it's kind of weak right now, but it has large hail associated with it, strong updrafts. It is spinning. So we do need to watch this. If you know anybody in this area, please give them a shout out. Let them know there is a strong storm that is moving their way. And if it continues to show signs of rotation and strengthening, I would not be surprised if this went tornado warned in the environment that it's in. So from Gladstone, those living in Smithville, I have an uncle living in Smithville. Kansas City, Kansas. I also have relatives in Kansas City, Kansas. I've been keeping in contact with her. So make sure you guys get word out on this one huge supercell here on the Kansas side that will be making its way into the Kansas City, Gladstone, North Kansas City area here within about the next 30 to 40 minutes. So real quick, and I'm going to get back here to this radar here momentarily. I'm going to show you just a brief rundown of what we can expect real quick here, guys, and then we'll get back to radar. And again, nothing severe in West Central Missouri right now. There are no storms in West Central Missouri. I do believe that will change as we go into the overnight. Again, this is a nocturnal event. This will be after dark, so it's very important to have multiple ways to be able to obtain warnings and watches And of course I will be live streaming for probably the duration of this thing, the way it's setting up for tonight, several hours. And then we will also have yet another chance for severe storms tomorrow afternoon. But here is present time right now. Okay, and we've got these cells over here on the Kansas side that are continually to strengthen. We do have Naderboids over there. I will show you their location here momentarily. But right now we've got strong storms that are starting to fire up along that dry line and the warm front where that kind of meets. This is the most likely area for tornadoes. Is going to be in northeastern Kansas, west central Missouri, in Cass, Jackson, Clay, Clinton, in some of these counties from about St. Joe south. Now we will see a few severe storms in and around our area, very scattered, but it's not this particular time frame that I am concerned about. I'm going to put this into motion and I'll show you why. We have these strong supercells that will be going through the area. Now take a look at the timestamp, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Look at this massive line with isolated supercells with very large hail, up to 3-inch hail, that will be moving across west central Missouri between the 2 and 5 a.m. time frame right now. They might pick up in speed just a little bit. And then we'll have a couple more lines come through tomorrow morning. And then we kind of clear out until tomorrow afternoon. And we will start to begin to see a few more isolated incidences of supercells tomorrow afternoon around 3, 4 o'clock. It's mainly going to be centered. The best tornado threat tomorrow afternoon is going to be down here in the Springfield area. So if you know anybody living from Joplin to Springfield, down to Branson, if they're down in Lebanon, down at Bennett Springs, make sure they know the potential of strong storms tomorrow night. Okay, we do have our first tornado warning on the board. It's likely out here where Naderboids is at. It is close to where Naderboids is at right now. I did lose him. Let me check this out here real quick, guys. Make sure he is safe. He was right over here by Dover. There he is right there. So they're Naderboids. Definitely in the path of a tornado warning right now. It is getting dark. So we definitely, that's the most dangerous time if you don't know what you're doing. But Isaac, he is a Naderboid. They are very educated in this. We just lost his little beacon, what it looks like. So I am going to contact him on Zello real quick. Hey Isaac, can you hear me?
Yeah, so I was getting there, Subby. Sorry, I was going to send you a picture of one that looks like possible lowering, but I just seen that tornado warning southwest of me too.
Yeah, I was just going to tell you that there is a tornado warning that was issued just southwest of your location. So I am live right now. I am live on Subby's Weather Talk. We're doing a live stream mainly for that strong cell moving over into the Missouri side. But we did see our first tornado warning of the evening here in the area. So I wanted to make sure you were in a safe area. And I will take a look at that picture and I'll share it with the group. By the way, your beacon is off now. You might have to restart for some reason. All right, guys. So just making sure Isaac stays safe out there. His GPS beacon just went off of our map. I want to make sure that he is in a safe area. Also, he has sent me a couple of great pictures. And I'm going to get ready to, I'm going to post them in our room. And then I will show you guys what they look like. So again, for this cell that is coming up here in between Leavenworth and Kansas City right now, we do have some reports of 2-inch hail. So now we are getting up there close to the half-dollar size hail. I'm going to check on the velocity. So still very broad rotation right now. Right here, very broad rotation in the hail core. So we will be continuing to watch this for any tightening, as this looks like the core of this storm is about 3 miles west of Shawnee. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that one. See if Isaac's, there he is. So Isaac is back. He is still right here. Take a look at this is what you look for a tornado. Look at that. These are winds. The green winds are winds going toward the radar site, and the red are winds going away from the radar site. When you see a nice tight couplet, just like this right here.
My phone came back. That doesn't even give me the option to always record or only when using the app anymore. So I'm not sure what's going on with it.
That was Isaac. I'm in constant communications with Isaac, making sure he stays safe. Right, we just had another, I believe that was a severe thunderstorm warning. Still keeping a close eye on this cell. We do have another severe thunderstorm warning out. It includes the town of Smithville, Platte City, Leavenworth, and Kickapoo. And remember, these storms are north of west central Missouri. We do not have much going on right now here in west central Missouri. There are a few little cells popping up here close to Cass County that we'll be keeping an eye on. So let's see here. I do want to show you guys. We also have Catherine Brock and her fiance out there close to that same cell as well. Got a lot of things in motion right now, guys, so And again, we're watching this cell up here that will be coming in on the Missouri side. Looked like it's taking kind of a dead aim of Kansas City, Kansas, and Gladstone right now. It has shown signs of rotation. Right now, it's still very broad. Right here would be the center of rotation, right here. So it's still pretty broad, but we're going to be keeping an eye on this, as many of us have friends, family, relatives up here in the Kansas City area. So we are going to be keeping a close eye on that here over the next few minutes. So I'm looking here through some of the chat. Henry County, Missouri. I'm not sure what you're asking. As I stated before, nothing in west central Missouri right now. We are watching a couple cells up here in Cass County. But Henry County, nothing going on right now in Henry County, if that is what you are asking about. Parkville, Weatherby Lake. Well, I am seeing just a little bit of tightening right here near just south of Edwardsville. So we'll continue to watch this. And again, we have Isaac from Nader Boys chasing. Wow, look at that couplet, guys. That is a monster right now. I am going to jump over here. Brandon Kopic, good friend Brandon Kopic, is right in front of that cell right now. We're going to take a look and see if he has any video. This has got to be on the ground right now. Does not look like he is streaming. What about that Vince? Yep, we do have an observed tornado on the ground in Kansas that Nader Boys is in position just northeast of this tornadic supercell out in Kansas right now. Keep hitting the buttons. It looks like Brandon is not in a good signal area. Vince is streaming. Oh wow, look at that. So Vince is streaming. Oh my goodness, look at that structure. Incredible. Incredible structure of a supercell with an observed tornado on the ground in Kansas. Nader Boys is on top of that storm, just northeast of that tornadic supercell. Here is Isaac right here, probably getting some incredible photos. Of course, we are approaching nighttime. Alright, so the severe thunderstorm warning is still in play. Over on the Kansas side, get ready to cross into Missouri. Taking aim at North Kansas City, Gladstone. We also have another cell up here that is affecting Platte City, Smithville, Kickapoo. And I am on velocity radar. Let's go back to regular reflectivity, show you guys what these cells are looking like. Oh boy. So what I'm looking at, a nice inflow notch right here. So this is the area of the storm that I am really focusing on, in between Shawnee and Edwardsville. We'll be watching this area right here very closely here over the next few minutes. All right, guys, I'm just going through social media here. And again, if you're just joining, there is not a threat right now in west central Missouri. There is a tornado watch out for Cass, Johnson, and Pettis County in kind of our west central Missouri area that we cover. We are watching this cell to the north, as we have several friends, family, and relatives up in the Kansas City area. I know I do, so I am going live right now, keeping a close eye on this particular cell. And again, it continues to tighten up right here, right where we were looking at, right where we see this little hook. I tell you what, anybody here along 435, see if there's any smaller towns. Lake Quivira, Edwardsville. We do have a TVS marker now, just east of Edwardsville, just east of Bonner Springs, Lake Quivira. Those areas right there really need to be watching this very closely. I would not be surprised if this does get increased to a tornado warning very soon. So we have an inflow, warm moist air going into the cell. It's starting to wrap around. There is some rotation. As you can see, look at that right there, a little bit of rotation. That's really, I'm glad I'm not with the National Weather Service, because I'd say I probably would have warned it. That's awfully tight rotation right in here. But they've got more tools than what I've got. So we'll just continue to watch this cell right here. I am going to go over here, take a look at Nader Boys. Isaac is still out there just northeast of this tornadic supercell, still showing a very strong couplet right here. Let's scroll down just a little bit to show you. That is a very strong indicator of a tornado on the ground, likely a large damaging tornado. And Isaac is probably getting some great footage right now of this cell. He is in prime position. Now alright, I just wanted to make sure this cell had not gone tornado warned. And again, it looked very broad rotation, but it does look like there are a few areas that might be tightening up. It's kind of cycling right now. So definitely watching this area for the potential of it being tornado warned. So again, back over here with Isaac. Confirmed a large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Vollen, moving north at 30 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. That wording is not used very often, guys. So this right here is a very large tornado, typically indicative of at least a half-mile or larger, wider tornado doing serious damage on the ground. That is a PDS warning. One of the highest warnings that they give. So definitely something you do not want to be in the path of there, Isaac. So make sure you keep yourself safe at a safe distance. I am going to I'm going to take a look here, make sure Isaac is still in a safe area. Hey Isaac, it's Subby. We're still live here on Subby's Weather Talk. Just want to make sure you stay at a safe distance from this powerhouse. This thing is a monster. Right now it's still moving east-northeast, but you know, you're going to start to get into some rain bands. So you might want to maybe consider either moving east or dropping a little bit further south.
Paved road that I can go straight south, and I've only seen about 10 cars total in the 30 minutes or so I've been here. So I'm in a pretty safe spot right now with a pretty good escape route.
Copy, 10-4. If you need anything, reach out.
A lot of lowering clouds. I can't tell if all the lightning and stuff, but definitely is lowering up here, just straight west of me.
Yes, we're actually watching Vince Walty's stream on Radar Omega, and we are watching that same lowering as what you're seeing right now as he's driving almost in the same location as you. Looking off to the west-northwest is where he is filming from. So stay safe, and if you need anything or help with an escape route, it is getting dark, getting the most dangerous time of the day to be chasing a nader, but that's what you nader boys do best. So if you need anything, reach out to me. Alright guys, let's get back over here to our cell. As it begins to cross into Missouri. Looks like several reports of large hail. Emergency management reported 1.75-inch hail 1 mile west-northwest of Shawnee, Kansas, and Johnson County, Kansas. Golf ball size hail at the intersection of 64th Street and Monticello Road. So regardless, very large hail associated with this cell. We are watching for any tightening of a broad rotation. It is...
I'm going to sit right here. It's probably the last spot I'm going to be on for reporting for.
Copy that.
Just trying to build some contact for using the video.
Hey Isaac, they just issued yet another tornado warning, more of an extension. This thing right now is it is radar indicated only right now, according to the National Weather Service. Southeastern Riley County and northwestern Wabunsee County until 8:30. It looks like the severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Volland, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Jordan 10-4. All that is means acknowledgement. So it's actually part of.
Sure. So I'm just gonna sit here and go like anymore.
If we use the 10 code whenever we talk on the radio, then that way we can we don't have to worry about pronunciation. We know exactly what they're talking about. All right, guys, let's just do a quick recap. We have several people here in our live stream tonight. I will be getting back over to our chat in case anybody has any questions, and I'll answer some questions. Again, right now, West Central Missouri, it is going to be a nocturnal event. This is something that's going to be going on well into the early morning hours. We are expecting a line of storms with very large hail, as well as potential for some strong straight line winds, possibly of a spin up tornado. Right now, timing of that looks between 2 to 5 a.m. for most of us here in West Central Missouri. Now, keep in mind, we've got Cass County, Johnson County, Pettis County in a tornado watch for the next few hours. Right now, there's no activity going on in any of the counties in West Central Missouri. We are going live as there's a couple of very strong cells up in near Kansas City. We all have friends and relatives up there in Kansas City, so I don't want to leave them out as we continue to watch this cell continue to strengthen. Now, most of the time when the sun goes down, we kind of expect these storms to begin to weaken a little bit, but what is going on is as it gets closer, this cell gets closer to this warm front. That's this red line right here going across here. Okay, as soon as it hits that area, we have a strengthening low-level jet that is actually moving in from a different wind direction to cause these supercells to be able to rotate. That's the reason why this is a prime area for tornadoes up here in this area where this supercell that is severe warned right now. We have ample amount of moisture, we have instability, lift, and we have that wind shear. That wind shear is very impressive right now, and it's only going to get stronger as the night goes on. So we're waiting for signs of this storm actually starting to intensify as it gets closer to this red line up here just south of Smithville. And on velocity radar, and again, it's cycling. Right now, there is pretty good rotation, still kind of broad, but right here. So if we're going to zoom in, just west of 635 along Turner, 55th Street, 59th Street, 51st Street. That is kind of the Oak Grove Road. So that's kind of the center of this rotation that we're keeping an eye on for any tightening. Very, very strong cell right here, guys. We still have a TVS a tornado signature. It is a mesocyclone. Has hail up to 2.5 inches. Now we're getting up there, we're getting up there egg size hail. Getting up there close to tennis ball when we get up there to 3-inch mark. So very large hail that is happening right now. Hi, Veronica. Yeah, my son is just right across from the North Kansas City Library, actually. All right, so we do have a update on that severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see what the National Weather Service is saying about this. All right, so we have intense hail with this storm confirmed. So you see this little purple indicator? 2.75-inch hail. That is very dangerous hail right now, heading into North Kansas City and Gladstone. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect till 8:45 for Wyandotte, northeastern Johnson, southwestern Clay, southeastern Platte, northwestern Jackson County. A severe thunderstorm was located over Kansas City or near Edwardsville, moving northeast at 20. This is a destructive storm. Baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Very dangerous here, guys. Regardless if this thing forms intensifies into a tornado, we have a very destructive cell that is moving into Kansas City, North Kansas City, Gladstone. Please take precautions. We're going to jump back over here to this storm. Look at those. Every one of these green dots are storm chasers, guys. Take a look at that highway. That highway is lined up full of storm chasers. And I'm telling you, that is not what you want to see when you're on my end of the spectrum. Because that, to me, is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. If you need to turn around and head back the other direction, there ain't nowhere to go. These storm chasers are lined up along that highway. All right, let's see if we can find. There's Isaac right now. You see, Isaac, you can tell a seasoned storm chaser. He's not in it for the money. He's in it for the beautiful shots and to warn people. He's staying away from all these other storm chasers. He has a good vantage point of this tornadic supercell. And you know that there's no other chasers around him. So he's playing smart right now. Hey, Catherine. Let's see where Catherine's at. She's out here as well. I saw her out here. Not sure where she went. Where are you, Catherine? So this tornado warning is still radar indicated. Looks like they do not have at least confirmed on the ground right now. Or otherwise it would say it is on the ground observed. But we're still seeing a very, very strong couplet just west of Alma in Kansas. Wow, look at that. Look at that hail report. 4-inch hail just west-southwest of Alma. by law enforcement. Now we're getting up to softball size hail. Wow, these things are packing a punch tonight. North side of Lawrence heading for KC. Okay. Yep. So there's their fiance, Kevin Short, and Catherine Brock. They're both storm chasers. They are part of Subby's Weather Talk as well. I think they get out there and do it for just the love of doing it. That softball size hail is just west of Alma, Kansas, right here. Just west of Alma, 4-inch hail. That's nuts. So we, excuse me, we'll be watching also the cell up here north of Kickapoo, which is south of St. Joseph, kind of in between St. Joe and Smithville. It also has some broad rotation associated with it. So, and again, guys, these storms are they're not gonna die off. These things are gonna be building and coming across all night long tonight. So, we will be watching that very closely. There is another little cell popping up here just to the west of Green Valley. But for the rest of us, we're kind of high and dry still. Our main show is going to be coming in overnight into the wee hours of the morning when that front comes barreling through. Heck yeah, if you was a roofer, you'd be heading to Alma. Yeah, I'd say, when we see all these storm spotters, all these green dots are storm spotters. We were talking about how dangerous it is to be out here on the road with all of these storm chasers stopped alongside of the road. I bet you if you did this with roofers and insurance adjusters, I bet it would be just as bad. Absolutely, Catherine. My pleasure. All right, I'm gonna sit there and kind of go through these, and I don't mean to be ignoring the chat. Just a lot of stuff going on tonight. Sidra, you're in that path. I'm assuming you are talking about between in North Kansas City, Gladstone and Kansas City. You're in the middle of this. Jordan, how's that having your house of mayhem back? I know, you should have heard it last night, man. I had more beeps and buzzards and alarms going off last night than, oh my gosh, my dog I don't think got 30 minutes of sleep last night. Poor dog. Do you think the storm's coming in?
Hey, Jim, check out to my north on radar. It looks like there's a little notch on radar last time I looked, and I'm getting a definite lowering of a cloud. I'm sorry, it's freaking cold out here. It's like 64 degrees. Anyway, if you take a look at that, I'll send the video on Facebook Messenger.
Okay, Isaac, I'm actually looking at you right now. here on Radar Omega. And yeah, if you're, I forgot where you said you were looking at. If you are looking west, there is a, you just got another tornado warning to your north, Isaac. Please be careful. It is near Rossville. It is just maybe 3 to 5 miles to your north right now. 3 to 5 miles north of you. New tornado warning, Isaac. Alright guys, we're just making sure Isaac's in a safe spot. These things are incredible how they are just blossoming out tonight. Isaac is right here. And he's been in a very safe location. He's been in a very safe location tonight. Following, look at all these storm chasers following this cell here. He stayed in between the cells, and now another one is 3 to 5 miles north of him. Another spin up just north of his location. So I'm sure we will likely see him hopefully be moving just a little bit. A lot of times these cells tend to want to turn to the right toward the warm, moist air that that hadn't been affected by the rain yet. So sometimes they will begin to shift to the right. So we want to make sure Isaac stays safe. Okay, so those of you that are on here, we have several people right now in our live stream. And I'm trying to keep our storm chaser Isaac safe here as well. And we are also watching this supercell coming in that had crossed over to the Missouri side. So, Warrensburg. So, what we have to remember, guys, right now, West Central Missouri is not necessarily the bullseye of any of these storms right now. Our show is going to be coming in the overnight. And yes, to answer your question, in Warrensburg, between
Jim, I feel like I'm in a good spot. There's really nothing to the south. Kind of watching the clouds. I'm not really building in my south. I'm going to sit on this and watch this north tornado warning. I'm going to try to get a live. It's going to be from my phone because for some reason I can't get it to work the other way with a good camera.
No problem. You can get some good videos, maybe a few pictures. We're in such a volatile situation tonight, especially where you're at. Just want you to be safe. Share your pictures, videos with us, and we'll get them on the air.
Saying that, though, if you see anything from my south while I'm looking at this, because I don't have access to radar while I'm live, call me.
Absolutely. I'm going to be keeping that up on my laptop so I can always keep a close eye on you as we take a look at the storms closer to home. All right, guys. So that was Isaac. He is in between two storms. They are moving to the northeast. He had two. You couldn't ask for a better location for a storm spotter, and that's in between two tornado-warned cells moving perpendicular to you. So he's doing a fantastic bang-up job. Hopefully, be able to get us some good pictures and video. We're not going to go live tonight. It is dark. I want to make sure Isaac is safe. I do not, I don't like to chase after dark. I'm kind of a chicken when it comes to that. I want to be able to see what's coming at me. So I want to make sure Isaac is safe tonight. We will not be going live, but he will be sharing his videos and his pictures with us. So let's move over here. There's a lot of people asking about these cells over here on the Missouri side. So we do have a new severe, looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning That is going to be encompassing all of Jackson County. Smithville, you're right on the edge. Again, more reports of 2-inch hail here in North Kansas City. So if you live Riverside, Avondale, Oakview, Gladstone, Claycomo, Randolph, North Kansas City, man, there's some huge hail. It still has some rotation associated with it. Parkville, you're just outside of the hail core, so to speak. So I do believe we had one that was in between. I saw that in Shout. Let's see here. I believe she said it was in between Weatherby Lake and Parkville. So right now you're a little bit outside of the biggest hail threat for right now. Something else I wanted to mention. So down here, just northwest of Green Valley, just southwest of Buckner, this cell is beginning to intensify a little bit. Where I am keeping an eye on is 2 areas. One right here, which is the intersection of 435 and 210. And that's getting awfully close to where my son lives. He lives up in North Kansas City. Very, very strong cell. And that would be the inflow notch that's feeding this supercell. So keeping a close eye on that one. And this one here at Independence is really starting to gain strength as well. So it'll be moving off toward the Missouri City, Buckner, Oric area along 210. And again, for the rest of West Central Missouri, in case you're just tuning in, we are not expecting much of the way of thunderstorms until the early morning hours. We're talking between 2 and 5 a.m. in the morning. A line of very intense thunderstorms with some embedded supercells with large hail, damaging winds, a possibility of 1 or 2 spin-up tornadoes are possible as this line moves in. Let me show you what... let me bring this back up again and I will show you. I mean, just a moment. I thought I still had it up, but I must have closed it out. Look at the short-term models. We'll get it here for Missouri, and then I'll bring it over for you to see. Okay, so as we go through the night, and obviously we're going to be seeing several rounds of thunderstorms. This is the line. Take a look at the time frame, 2 a.m. All those cells are going to kind of congeal into a multi-cluster line of storms with embedded supercells, and it will come through the area around 2 to 5 a.m. in the morning into West Central Missouri. And these things will be packing a punch, guys. Very large hail, some supercells. So it is likely our weather radios will be going off as you're sleeping tonight for a watch area. I'm guessing probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 11 p.m. to midnight, something like that. We will likely be included in some sort of watch for all of West Central Missouri. And then, of course, we will be watching again for formations of more storms around the 7 to 9 a.m. time frame. And again, tomorrow night, with the chance of some supercells forming tomorrow night. So very, very active, guys. Very active. Well, it's already past you, sis. I'm not worried about you. I was. That's why I was broadcasting. Hey, Isaac, just kind of a worded note based on your location, just immediately to your west right now. They're pretty strong rotation there, buddy. This cell is moving northeast, but if it takes any further south position, it's going to be kind of putting you kind of in harm's way. And again, I'm tracking his location. There's Isaac with Nader Boys. And just to his west right now, there is an area of circulation that is still under a tornado warning. So we want to make sure he stays safe. Hey Isaac, did you copy my last message?
Yeah, Jim, I copied it. I'm gonna head south here in about 2 minutes.
Copy that. Yep, you can turn south on Keene Eskridge Road. All right. So it looks like he's heading south. He will be in the safe zone. All right. So again, we've got a strong supercell right now in between Gladstone and Liberty. We also have one up here way further north, up here in northwest Missouri right now. There is a live feed of a camera up there. Take a look here. Quite a lightning show up here in northwest Missouri. All right, so
Rossville 1 had a confirmed touchdown. Confirmed touchdown. But I am heading south now to get into a better location for safety.
copy that, Isaac. So if you heard Isaac just said it is a confirmed touchdown just to his west where we were seeing some rotation. Right here. So Isaac said there is a confirmed touchdown of a tornado just to his west. And he is now, this is Isaac right here. So he is dropping south to get a little bit better angle, get out of the rain, and be able to look up toward this storm. All right, so right now, Lee Summit, you're good. Overland Park, Shawnee, Kansas City, Kansas, you're on the back side of this particular cell. You are clear for now. As we continue to see this cell, it has not lost any strength at all. It has been so many reports of hail up to 2.75 inch hail associated with this thunderstorm. Actually, it's up to 3-inch hail now, so we do have baseball size hail associated with this Gladstone Liberty supercell. 3-inch hail and 60 miles per hour wind. Not a good combination. All right, keep that up. Let me go back to here to chat. Holy cow, I've got a lot of chats here. Smithville right now. Yep, you're fine. You've been on. You've actually been on either edge of the worn cells, so everything is fine right now for Smithville. You're getting some heavy rain, but nothing severe up in Smithville. All right, so before it got real dark, Nader boys took for this cell that was out here that they're on right now. Oh my goodness. On this cell that they're on right now, when it first became tornado warned, Isaac shot a great picture. It's on our Facebook site of a wall cloud. That is a rotating cloud that extends beyond the base, which this is the base of the cloud, and it rotated. And he took a nice picture of the wall cloud that prompted the very first tornado warning of the day. So great job. Great job getting that photography in. Hailing here northeast of Kansas City.
Jim, I think you sent me a message, but I'm not totally sure. Anyway, I'm driving and I'm going east on Route 4 or whatever that is, but I'm heading east. I'm just going to go and head back home. I don't think it's going to be any safer around here than where I was. But I appreciate your help. I'm going to be putting your stream on so I can watch it, kind of keep up to date.
Absolutely, Isaac. Hey, great job. I was just showing the room a couple of your photos of that initial tornado warned cell in the wall cloud that you sent. So great job today. You were in the right location, perfect spot. So head back, be safe, and we'll talk to you when you get home. All right, so this is Isaac right here. He is Long Highway 4. He is going to be making...
Sounds good. Honestly, if you look anything for tomorrow, let me know. And I have no problem chasing tomorrow. My brother will be available, so I'll actually have somebody to go with me. We can go pretty much anywhere between Iowa and Texas. Preferably not Arkansas, because you know how the terrain is down there.
Copy that. Will do. Be safe. All right, guys. So, great job today by Nader boys. They're really getting their feet wet. And again, this is a very impressive night of severe storms. A 3-day stretch, and we're not even in severe storm season yet, guys. So, and again, these Tornado Alley is back active again. So, April and May, expecting a very active April and May for West Central Missouri. And even though we are not under the gun right now, I am going live to watch this rotating supercell here in just east and north of Kansas City in Jackson County near Buckner and Gladstone and Liberty. So you see we have 3 tornado signatures. Now, that does not mean there's a tornado on the ground. What that means is that they are violently rotating. Each one of these are mesocyclones. They could produce a tornado, but that's just kind of a signifier of a very strong rotating supercell. So we're keeping a close eye. We all got family and friends that live up in this area. That's one of the reasons I am going live tonight, to help keep them and family safe. Also keeping Isaac from Nader Boys. He is out there chasing the storms in Kansas. He has some great video and pictures that we'll be sharing here in our room as well. Our main show looks like it is going to be coming in overnight tonight. It will be nocturnal. So again, make sure you have your weather radios on, different methods to be able to receive warnings and watches, and more than likely, I'm still going to be right here doing my thing here in the weather station here in Clinton, Missouri. So appreciate all of you guys being on here tonight. We've had, if you notice, I've had a couple little glitches tonight, and because between YouTube and Facebook, I was up to about 1,900 viewers. So that's heavy. That's heavy bandwidth for a dude in Clinton running Spectrum Internet. So, but that's great. We're getting word out there, and that's exactly what this is supposed to be doing. So. Going back through my chat here. Come back to talking about Warrensburg again eventually. I know I'm kind of all over the place, aren't I? And again, West Central Missouri, including Warrensburg and Cass County, Sedalia and Pettis County, Henry, St. Clair, Bates, Vernon, Benton. We're going to be getting our show later on tonight, somewhere between the 2 to 5 a.m. time frame. That's when our chance of seeing some severe thunderstorms will come into play with some large hail, damaging winds. The tornado threat is not going to be as great as what it is up here in north of the river, but it is possible. So we still have a tornado risk going into the overnight hours. So we are going to be watching out for that. So looks like she has... I want to take a look at this comment here, because again, I can't necessarily see everybody's comment, unfortunately. I've got so many comments that it only goes down. Emily, what is the percentage of chance of having a tornado in the Leeton Calhoun area overnight? Well, even if it's a 2% chance, or a high risk, which is 5 or 10%. So regardless, the percentage of chance is not very great during any time, but it's not zero. So we do have a shot for an isolated tornado overnight tonight. We need to be prepared for, but the biggest threat by far is going to be large hail and damaging straight line winds. So let's see here. We've got Garden City, Kansas. So you're way out here. No. Looks like most of that is going to be remaining actually to your east, associated with this front. So you're actually going to be a little bit too far to the west of this front. Does not look like Garden City is going to receive anything tonight out in Garden City, Kansas. Yeah, putting the car and truck in the barn would probably be a good idea, David. Any chance of weather for Sedalia? And again, I just kind of reiterated again, our severe weather threat will be coming in the overnight hours tonight, guys. So right now, I'm not expecting anything for the next few hours here for most of West Central Missouri. Now we have to keep in mind that Cass County, Johnson County, Sedalia, Pettis County is under a tornado watch for the next, let's see here, 252 minutes, so 53 minutes. So we are continually to watch for any cells that may pop up down here just a little bit further south that could pose a hazard to these counties. But as of right now, the main show is along I-70 and north. North of the river, unfortunately, Sidra, it is going to, this thing is going to be, it's going to be ongoing. It's going to be ongoing, unfortunately, throughout the night. All right, so I think I pretty much went through most of the chats, answered most of the questions. So it looks like Isaac is on his way home from Nader Boys. They've been out here in northeast Kansas chasing these tornadoes out here from the very first tornado warning. Isaac sent over a beautiful picture of a rotating wall cloud he caught on camera before it got too dark. He is heading home. Of course, it's nighttime. That's one of the most dangerous times to be out storm chasing because you're relying on lightning to light up the sky to be able to tell of any rotation or possible tornadic activity. And these things are growing so fast and spinning so fast that he was watching a cell to the west of him and then noticed that there was some lowering to his north, and come to find out another tornado warning. So two different tornadoes practically in the same county. So that's when he decided, I better go ahead and start heading back. And I don't blame him one bit. So let's take a look at this cell up here. So another little cell here just to the south of Gladstone. It will likely be absorbed by this huge supercell. And we do have this cell here near Buckner that is kind of joining forces with this big supercell. Let's take a look at velocity radar here. So it still looks like relatively broad rotation. And again, it looked like a bunch of clutter. But what we look for, the green colors, the light colors are winds going toward the radar. And the red colors are winds going away from the radar. If you see a real small area that has both colors or different shades of colors, warm and cold colors, then you have that's a good indicator that you have ground level rotation and the possibility of a tornado. So that's what we use this particular radar for. It does look kind of trashy and you can't make out a whole lot, but you can definitely tell. Let's go over here to that tornadic supercell Nader boys were on. Let's go to now you see the difference. You see those warm colors, the oranges and the yellows. They are right next to the greens, so you have really a great indicator of a tornado likely on the ground right here. So that's what we look for with velocity radar. Wind going toward and away from the radar. And that warning is observed. So confirmed tornado was located 4 miles southeast of.
Just out of curiosity, did you get the live on your stream? Because I went live on Facebook, but I don't know if I actually got that message across to you or not. But if not, you should go back through and replay my live stream.
Awesome, I will. No, I did not know you. Last I knew, you said you was not going to go live, but you were going to be recording for YouTube. So here in a minute, we'll go back and we'll take a look at your live stream.
Sweet, yeah, I kind of totally forgot about it, and I wasn't going to go live, but it was kind of a, hey, this is going, let's get something.
Awesome. So we will go back here in just a moment and replay his video. He did go live through Facebook, and I was not aware of that. So we'll go back and we'll take a look at his stream here just a little bit. Flooding on the Kansas-Missouri line by Power and Light. Oh, I would say they had that cell sit over Kansas City for a long time. So, as I was mentioning here about an hour ago, how, things are really going to start ramping up. And now we've got warnings all across the board. So, just because it's nighttime does not mean that these storms are going to start to fizzle out. We're in one of those situations tonight, guys, where the conditions are going to continue to increase with the advent of this low-level jet getting stronger and pushing up into this area, creating rotating winds and height, therefore making these supercells be able to spin up and be able to produce such strong updrafts to support 3 to 3.5 inch hail. Baseballs. It takes over 100 miles an hour of updraft in the center of that storm to be able to suspend a baseball-sized hailstone up at 50, 60,000 feet above our heads. So these things are powerhouses. Whenever you get a storm that's able to produce baseball-sized hail, We don't get too many cases like that here in West Central Missouri, or for the most part here in the Midwest. Most of the time, you're talking out in western Kansas or down in Texas. But baseball-sized hail is nothing to be playing around with. Yep, I heard that. I heard that as well. There was a storm report coming out of Missouri City that had tennis ball size hail. I did see that as well. So, if you live in Smithville, Platte City, Gladstone now, Kansas City proper, Kansas City, Kansas, Shawnee Overland Park, and points just to the west, you guys are in the clear for now. But the evening is really just kind of getting started. So there's going to be several more chances to see some severe storms as the night progresses. Right now, most of West Central Missouri is under a cap, meaning there's really not much, not many clouds. I know when I came home about 6 o'clock tonight, pretty much had complete blue skies. So we're under a cap that's keeping any kind of storms or anything to be able to really energize and form. But we're watching a warm front that will be coming across our area, as well as the low pressure system that's coming in, and we have that low level jet that is going to be increasing as the night goes on to help aid in the rotation of the supercells once they get going. So anyway, I'm going to be here for the duration. This is going to be kind of a come and go event. If you guys want to get off for a while and go in and watch some TV or have a soda or something and come back when it's a little later, it looks like I'm going to be on here for a long while tonight. I may have to break out if these storms come through West Central Missouri. I might have to restart my stream. There are some time limit restrictions on some of the live streams, as well as I would like to include Henry County Emergency Management into this stream if these storms become severe warned coming through West Central Missouri. I want to include Henry County Emergency Management. I am the deputy director with our county, so I want to make sure everybody gets warned of any kind of hazardous weather coming into our county, as well as yours. So right now we're just watching this powerhouse of a supercell up here just south of Lawson, west of Richmond, producing some, as Reed Timmer calls it, gorilla size hail, up to 3.5 inch. And again, it shows signs of kind of weakening and then gaining strength again. There's some areas of rotation within this cell, and of course, everybody in that area of that cell is under a tornado watch for the next 3 hours. So conditions are favorable for the formation of tornadoes up in that area. So remember the difference between a watch and a warning. You always think of it as tacos. So you got a taco watch, you've got all the ingredients. You got the burger, the lettuce, the cheese, the shells, but none of it's put together yet. When you have a taco warning, it means the tacos are put together and they are ready to chow down on. So conditions are favorable. All the ingredients are there in that tornado watch area for the formation of tornadoes. Let's see here. If we have a supercell develop, how much rain could we expect? Coming from the old Kenton Meister with Mocan. Well, so right now, let's just take a look. I mean, some of these storms, we can expect about the same amount. However, this line of storms will be trucking a little bit faster than these supercells are right now. But let's just take a look at what rain has fallen so far. And we have looked like all the way through Kansas City between 1 to 1.5 inches of rain. And I'd say that would that's on the high side, Kenton. So as that line moves through, I'm only expecting maybe a half to 3/4 of an inch, kind of really max. But that's with this line. Then we get another line in the morning, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, could produce another 1/4 inch. So, and then we got tomorrow night storms. So tomorrow night looks to be a little bit further south than west central Missouri, more along the I-44 corridor, down around Springfield, Branson, Lebanon area. But we could see a couple more tenths out of it tomorrow night. So it's not like we're going to get dumped on 2-3 inches of rain, but we could get a quick half inch out of the deal. All right, looked like the ones being affected here around Kearney, Excelsior Springs, and Richmond. Let's see if I can find, let's jump over here real quick. As of now, we shouldn't expect hail. Not for the next few hours, Josh. And again, our biggest threat will be hail in the overnight hours. So right now, most of west central Missouri not even under a watch right now. Our show comes in much later. All indications showing between 2 and 5 a.m. Somewhere in that, we're going to have a very intense line of storms. It will be broken up in little segments. But we could get some very large hail overnight in Clinton. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this over since we have a couple minutes, and again, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning out here south of Lawson near Richmond, producing some 1 to 3 inch hail. But other than that, we don't have any other warnings here in west central Missouri. And I'm going to bring over the Nader Boy stream. He did go live, and let's see what he had broadcasted tonight.
All right, guys, a little late on getting online here. Been driving and going solo here tonight. I'm on a tornado warning cell north of Dover, Kansas. Looks like there's a lowering just on the left side over here. I'll try to shut my lights off here. Maybe we can see a little better. There's also a tornado warning off to my west, and that's a pretty massive looking storm over there. Had a lot of rotation earlier. This one just got tornado warned roughly within the past 5 minutes. Been trying to go live with the better camera, but it's just not working tonight. Like I said, this is just north of Dover, Kansas. It's about 3.5 to 4 miles north of me. And you can see the lowering and possible fun. Oh man, that was bright. So that's the north one. There's also one off to the west. You can see the tower on the left side of the screen there. It's basically due west of me. I'm a little too far out for that one, but I'm in a pretty safe location. There's nothing up to my south. This is north of Dover, Kansas. I can't remember what cross streets this is, but basically an area that I really don't visit very often, but except for this time of year. Also, if you guys want some kind of audio with it, you can switch over to Subby's Weather Talk on Facebook. And, well, actually, I think he's on YouTube tonight. He may be doing both, but he will also have this up and be able to have some more commentary on it. Just checking things out here. Making sure my escape route's good. Yep. It's kind of hard to see in the dark. Just have to wait for the lightning behind everything to hit us perfect. You know when I get out of here, and you'll still be awake. You only sleep during the day. Once again, guys, we're just northwest of Dover, Kansas, and this is basically due north of me right now. If this stream ends, it's because Subby from Subby's Weather Talk is calling me. If anything, it looks to be hitting me from the south, but I don't see anything. There's a lot of lightning on here. We'll hopefully be able to make some YouTube videos out of this and get some content up for you guys to watch. I've been filming for a while, but the signal's been kind of in and out, and the stream didn't want to go, so here we are. Looks like just on that left side. Man, this would be a great spot during the day, too.
Wow, impressive shot.
It's also about 64 degrees out here, so it's getting kind of chilly with it's just a little breeze. So if I'm shaking, that's what I'm excited to. It's getting kind of cold with shorts and t-shirt on.
Right where my arrow is, guys, you want to be looking what looks like a funnel cloud that could be on the ground.
I have not actually seen anything touch the ground, so right now there may be a couple funnels in there from time to time there, but nothing's actually appeared to touch the ground yet. So we have not had a confirmed tornado on this that I have seen. But it could produce at any time now. These are moving off to the northeast, so not really looking to hit central Missouri or anything like that tonight. At least not with these cells. For all the new ones in here, we are northwest of Dover, Kansas, on a tornado-warned cell. I've been watching this for about 30 minutes, and it looks like right there, guys. So lightning hits right there. Looks like it's getting ready to produce. Yeah, it's starting to come down. Yep, I can see, but well, maybe not. I gotta get the lightning here. Yeah, it looks like this is making contact to the ground.
Oh, look at that.
Confirmed tornado, guys. Confirmed tornado. Subby, I don't know if you can report this to the National Weather Service or not, but I can't. But that is a confirmed tornado right there. You can see There it is. There it is, right there.
Wow, incredible footage.
Hey, I think just kind of a word of note based on your location, just immediately to your west right now. There's pretty strong rotation there, buddy. This cell is moving northeast, but if it takes any further south,
Guys, you can probably hear Jim talking to me.
kind of put you kind of in our way.
All right, so according to Jim, he's watching the radar for me. Since I don't have access to it while I'm streaming on my phone, so I'm only going to watch this for probably maybe 5-10 more minutes here, and then I'm going to have to be done and get it to a safer location. There is another tornado warning off to my west. But this one did make contact to the ground. You didn't actually see the clouds go all the way to the ground. But you could tell the wind hit, and that's all we're looking for. And it looks like it may have went back up. Yes, it's definitely back up. And I'm going to take it that these are other spotters that are flying past me here. So I may go ahead and end this here in the next couple minutes and get to a safer location, since that one off to the west is pretty much knocking right on my back door here. But if I get in another position to give you guys a video feed here, I will.
Wow, great job, Nader boys. Very impressive video there, taken by Isaac with a confirmed tornado on the ground. How awesome is that? Great job getting set up, perfect position, and actually caught the tornado genesis of a supercell as the funnel hit the ground. That was awesome. Great job, Nader boys. Very impressive feed. We'll be posting that also on our webpage. We'll be posting that on our website, guys, under video news. We will get that out there and let everybody have a chance. Please like and follow their Facebook page, Nader Boys. We're kind of using the last 2 or 3 days, kind of working out the bugs. We got a couple things handled. We got communication. Got communication handled. We had a little bug in that last night. Trying to find Isaac. We couldn't find him on our map. So we were able to get several things worked out. Tonight he had a little issue, I think, with the camera. Not sure exactly what happened there, but just kind of working out the bugs before storm season. It's kind of hard to imagine we haven't even hit storm season yet, but we're looking for a very active April and May. And so we're trying to get everything set up. We've kind of partnered in with Nader Boys. They're doing a great job for us. Great bunch of guys. Hopefully some of you all got to meet them at our weather seminar last week. They were present and talked to a few people. So outstanding group of guys. We're very happy they're working with us this year. All right, so let's do a little recap. And I'll tell you what, guys, we'll likely so between St. Joe, Smithville, Kansas City, Green Valley, all the way down into West Central Missouri, we kind of have gotta have a breathing room now. This cell that prompted all the hail and severe thunderstorm warnings over Kansas City is now over south of Lawson near Richmond, Missouri. We have a couple other strong cells still out here in Kansas. This is still the tornado warned cell that Isaac from Nader Boys got the tornado genesis, the beginning stages of a tornado as it hits the ground with this particular cell south of Holton in Kansas. So very exciting stuff going on tonight. So for those of you that maybe didn't watch the first part of our live stream, I believe our show is going to be going on around the 2 to 4 a.m. time frame. What's going to happen, we're going to start to see a line of storms form along a dry line. And we'll start to move into west central Missouri overnight, bringing with it the chance of huge hail, strong straight line winds, and the possibility of a spin up tornado or two. But that we're going to be looking at 2 to 4 a.m. before we will see the threat of any severe weather. And of course, as the night goes on, we don't know exactly how these cells that have formed up here is going to interact with the atmosphere in relation to the warm front and the dry line. So that dry line might shift just a little bit. So it's more like a nowcasting time frame where we actually take a look what's going on, take a look at the data, and come up with a good game plan of what these storms are going to be doing overnight tonight. But for right now, we stand a good chance to see some thunderstorms throughout all of west central Missouri overnight, with the chance of seeing some severe weather as well, with large hail, up to 3-inch hail associated with some of the stronger cells within this line. So we will be watching that as we go. We will do what we'll probably do, guys, is I'll probably take a moment. I'm going to go ahead. We've been live now for about 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. And remember, we've got Cass, Johnson, Pettis County in a tornado watch over the next few hours. I'm not expecting any activity in these 3 counties for quite some time. And then I'm going to be up for the night. So I will continue to track and update via our Facebook page. And then when storms begin to initiate a little bit closer to west central Missouri, I will go live again to bring you the latest update of any severe weather here in west central Missouri. So again, once I end this stream, I will post an update on our social media pages. I'm going to move Isaac's video over to our over to our website. So make sure, if you did not see that video, you jump in on Nader Boys on Facebook. Nader Boys captured the tornado genesis of a tornado warned storm in Kansas tonight. Incredible. Great job, Nader Boys. I am so excited for you guys. And we have so much of that to come here over the next couple months. So I am just ecstatic over that video Isaac was able to capture, and it was kind of it was a little bit of a group effort. We talked about this ahead of time tonight, where he was heading, where he was going to set up, which direction he should go, and it's one of those instances where you kind of feel you kind of feel like you won. So pretty exciting stuff tonight, and I will go ahead and Alan, a lot less time than yesterday. Man, we haven't even started yet, buddy. You better get your Red Bull in you, and you might have to have a PSP for Red Bull overhydration for Sunday. We're just getting started tonight, guys. I think we're gonna have several more hours. I see a little break coming right now, at least for most of West Central Missouri, Kansas City, Lafayette County, Jackson County, in those areas where we also have lots of friends and relatives up in that area. Lee Summit, Odessa, Blue Springs. I'll be watching all of you guys tonight. So, I think this is a great time for me to get a breather, get me some dinner, get me revitalized, and I will continue to update on our Facebook page and social media what's going on and what you can expect. So don't think I'm leaving you for the night. We will be back on here when these storms come rumbling, tumbling through. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and again, go and check out Nader Boys, guys. This is Isaac. I'm gonna need a coffee pot for the chasing vehicle. That's something else too, guys. These guys, they're really working hard, and gas is not cheap to drive out to Topeka and back. So, get on their website or on their Facebook page. Even if it's $1 or $2, hell, buy Isaac a cup of coffee on his way home. They've got Venmo, PayPal, all that jazz. So let's not forget them and their work they're going to be doing with us over the next few months, chasing these storms that we get to sit at home in the comfort of our chairs and watch their feeds. And just like tonight, that's an incredible video. Chasers go for weeks and weeks and weeks to try to capture a video that Isaac did tonight. So that was awesome. So make sure you go in there, help the boys out if you can. I'm doing everything in my power to help get them out there on the roads to help us out. So you guys are such a generous bunch. So make sure you show a little love for Nader Boys, and they're working hard for us as well. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Right now, West Central Missouri, everywhere from St. Joe through Smithville, Kansas City, down into West Central Missouri, we've got a breather right now. So rest up, get you some grub, and I will be back on as soon as the storms begin to fire up a little bit closer. So have a good rest, and we'll see you here in just a few, guys.